Hi everyone, this is Marcia from Our Vintage Store. Don't have a jewelry jar today. It's not for lack of trying. Every time we go there, it's like, well, no, come back next week. And then next week, it's, well, come back next week. So they told us, or they told my husband Thursday, well, come back on Monday. So it being Memorial Day, I don't even know if they'll be open. But we'll check again, so hopefully, if not the next video, maybe the one after that will be another jewelry jar. But for now, I wanted to give you a few updates, and also I have a few pieces I bought at a yard/garage sale, so do have something for you. I'm going to start with the updates from the last jar. If you watched that video, you know we got a lot of watches. I think there was a total of 9 in there, and I wanted to give you some information on a few of those today. So let me start off with the one Armatron, not Amatron, Armatron watch. I said it looked brand new, and I believe it was. It was not working though. The battery had died, so my husband put a new battery in it, and I don't know if you can see the second hand. It is working, and it is a nice watch. Not an expensive watch, but a good knockabout, you know, everyday watch. So it works, and it's a good find, I think. The older ladies' watches, there were 3 of them. I'm checking my notes. I had to make notes on all of this stuff. There's no way I could remember it all. This is a stretch band. If you recall, if you saw that video, one of these links was separated and it was just hanging loose. So it was just a matter of snapping it back together, and it hasn't come apart on me yet. So maybe that's all it took. It was like a little pin that sat down inside a little hole, and I just snapped it together. But this is a very old watch because it's wind up. It is not a quartz, and it did wind up, and yes, it is ticking, and it is keeping time. I think I told you it's a Milber, and the back is marked. Let me get my notes in a better position. The back of the watch, up there at the top, it says, it looks like it's a E, like a cursive E, as opposed to like a printed E. But there's a E10K RGP bezel, stainless back is what it says. So I heard someone say on one of their videos that I think it was pertaining to the R, and it meant rolled gold. I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what that is, if it's a good thing or not, but I don't know if it's equivalent or something like a gold fill. I know a gold fill is like a tube where the actual tube itself is gold, and then they fill the inside of the gold tube with other alloys, you know, to make it solid. But anyway, that's this first one, and it is working. So I think that's a plus. We have another gold watch. And I said this one looked like copper. Unfortunately, this is overwound. So this one is not working at this time. Let's see, this one, this has some numbers on the back, which may identify the maker or whatever. I'm not sure what those numbers mean, but there is, oh, and this one, if you saw the last video, this was not, I can't get it apart now. Oh, there it is. This had come apart. So I put this back together. Right. These watches are very tiny. I think even open, I couldn't get this over my hand. If I could get it over this section of my hand, I could probably wear it. But, because my wrist is not that big. But these are just made small. I guess women were really tiny back in the day. They didn't have all the processed food and all the carbs that we do these days. But anyway, on the back, let me see if I can get this. I think I'm holding that right for you. On this back plate here, it says 1/20th 12K gold filled B/R pat pending. So it's patent pending, and it is a Central brand watch. So perhaps the numbers that are on the back would identify the year and such. So I'll look into that a little bit more. But anyway, we've got a gold filled on that one. So that's good. And this last one, again, it was hanging off of one end here, and I just reattached it. But again, this one is also overwound and is not working. But on the back, up at the top, there is what may be a maker's mark. This is a Hellbros watch, but there is, up in the upper left-hand corner, there's a large D, and inside that D, on the left-hand, upper left-hand side is a W, and on the lower right-hand side is an O. So I'm not sure what that's all about. But also the back says 10K RGP bezel. So there is some gold somewhere in these watches. So all good. Get those off to the side. Now to some other finds. There was a bit of a tangled mess that I put off to the side in my last video, and tangled up in that was this necklace. And this one is marked 1/20th 12K. And it doesn't say gold filled or anything like that. It just says 1/20th 12K. So there is some content of gold in that chain, and it's a nice chain. A little dirty, needs to be cleaned, but it's gold. And this one I do believe we discussed. I told you what was there. This is a twisted gold bracelet, link bracelet. It's marked 925 Italy. It has the infinity symbol on it, so I don't know if that's a maker's mark. But yes, it is gold, so it is gold over silver. So that's that. This, I did mention that I thought I saw a mark. I couldn't quite identify it, but it is 925. It is marked 925 on the earring wire. And I don't know if you can see that. And I don't know if that's in focus. And then there is a mark right in the center of the sun. So that is 925. So got silver. And got another silver piece in that mix. the one earring, and unfortunately there is only one. So this is also on the earring wire. It's marked 925, and up here along the edge is marked 925, and it's a very pretty earring. If the other one was in there, I'd clean these up and wear them. I like that style. And the last piece from the last drawer is a cufflink. It's that one that I said was blue and it had sparkles. It looks like a druzy, but it's not rough. It's very, very smooth. But it does sparkle. I don't know if you can see that on camera. But on the inside of these bars, there was some markings. One side said Speidel USA, and on the other side, it's hard to hold, on the one side was marked Sterling. And unfortunately, we only have one. So, just the one on that. So that's all of the precious metal finds from that last drawer and the update on the watches. But I did get a few comments from viewers that I was out of frame on a lot of the pieces, and I apologize for that. You know, I can't see what I'm recording, and I think I've got it, and I don't. And especially with the last video, it was so long to redo that was not an option. But I'm going to do the next best thing, hopefully. I'm going to show you some of the pieces that were out of frame again, in case you didn't see it and wanted to see it. So this was one of the pair of earrings that were kind of up here and you could only see half of it. And I believe this one was not attached. So I attached that, but I also discovered that it's loose. So I need to glue that, and that's something I need to do outside, so I haven't gotten out there to do that yet, but I'll put that back together and clean these up. Somebody might like those. They're fun summer earrings. So that's those. And then there was the pens by Lucinda, the house pen. That one was not in frame either, so just thought I'd show you that again, because that's a cute pen. Very nice. And like I said, all of her pens are handmade, one of a kind, and they are usually made that you buy them in bulk for fundraisers. Check out her website. I'm not sure if you can buy them by single pieces. I did know at one time, but I don't remember. But I have one of her women's pens. Anyway, they are nice, and they are like a epoxy coated, so very nice. So that one is that one. And here was another pen that said Hospitaliano Tuscan Farmhouse, and it has a sticker with a name Jessie on it. So I cut this one out altogether when I did the editing on the last video, because this wasn't, I think you could probably see that much, and it wasn't worth it. So I thought I'd show you that again. So that's that, and that's just the pen style. And this is another pen. I did show, most of this got in frame on the other one, but it wasn't complete. And I thought it was an interesting design, even though I don't know. That is real wobbly, and the chances of that staying on if you wear it often are not very good. So anyway, so that is that one. And this, I don't even believe I showed this either, because I cut it out because it was out of frame. But this is This is just a plastic piece. It's kind of looks like a tortoise shell. Excuse me. But that was in there also, and since it didn't show the last video, I thought I'd share that with you as well. These gold earrings, they're gold stud earrings. They're so tiny, they're hard to hold on to. Let me see if I can just lay them down. So there's stud, and they've got a long chain, and I suppose you could wear them doubled up on itself like this. I didn't see any markings, and they are magnetic, I think. So these are not gold, but, you know, double duty, up or down, and they did not show well on the last video, so thought I'd bring those back out. And the shell necklace, I identified that as a Y necklace, and I watched that video. I'm my worst critic, but anyway, it did not show well, but it is the Y style, so hopefully you can see that now. And that is nice. That's has a nice sound to it. So that's that. And then at the end, where everything was tangled up, it was because of this earring. All the chains were wrapped around this butterfly. But that's what the problem was. But unfortunately, there's only one of those. Or maybe it's fortunate. I don't know. We'll probably repurpose that for something else. So that's that. So get these off. And then there are 3 pieces that we picked up on Mother's Day. We were out and we passed a yard sale, and I believe they are there pretty much every weekend. So we stopped, and I was looking at their jewelry, and I saw 3 pieces of interest. And I picked them up, and they were $1 each. So these 3 pieces cost me $3. This is a ball chain necklace. It is a more modern piece. It's got the toggle clasp. If I can get this apart. Okay, it's got the toggle clasp, and it does have a hang tag. And on the tag says RLL. So it's a monogram. And this is Ralph Lauren, or Ralph Lauren, however you choose to pronounce it. There is some discoloration on the balls. That was not, it wasn't that obvious in the building when I was looking at it, but I could just tell that this was not a cheap piece by the feel of it. I actually have a sterling silver ball necklace that is graduated. It starts with the small and it gets bigger as you get to the front. And it's a pretty heavy piece. And this is heavy. And these balls are on a chain, just like my real silver necklace is. But Ralph Lauren, it's a good name. And I looked this up online, and they sell $42 at Macy's. And I picked it up for $1. Now, I don't know what I can do, if anything, to get this silver color back on these balls. But I'm going to try. But anyway, I thought it was a good buy for $1. So that is my first. Second, I saw this necklace, and this is not, I don't think this was magnetic either, even though it's a silver tone. It states silver tone in the ad. but it was not magnetic. This was not magnetic, but it's a chain necklace with some charms on it. So I guess it's a charm necklace. It has 3 charms, one down here at the bottom, and they're removable. They're on a C-ring clasp. Oh, that's what I was saying. It is not magnetic. The chain is not magnetic. The charms are not magnetic. The only things that are magnetic, or the only things that are magnetic, are the C-ring clasp. But this, I believe, is missing some stones. The back is marked TH. There's a big T and a big T, big H. So, could not find anything relative, you know, for this. But anyway, that's the butterfly, and then there's a heart with like the peace sign, and it has marcasite in it. And again, it has, oh, the chain, the clasp. It has written on the quality tag, the plaque here, it says Suin, S-U-I-N. Again, I couldn't find anything. And the back of the charms are marked with S-U in a circle. I did see something and read a forum that said there's a Silver Unlimited. So this may be the marking for it, but I really couldn't find a lot of detail on it, so don't know for sure. Anyway, the last charm is a 4-leaf clover, and it says Lucky, and there's a small rhinestone down there, and it is a CZ because I tested it, even though it's a quality look because there is a hole in the back as if it were a diamond, you know, to let the light in, but it did not test as a diamond. And on the back it says TH and then that SU in the circle. So if anyone is familiar with those markings, I'd appreciate a comment. At least maybe it will point me in the right direction. So anyway, so that's the second piece. And again, it was only $1. So I thought, it's not bad. Didn't have a loop or a magnifying glass or anything that would help me out while I was there. So I really could not see what I was buying in the way of the marks, but it just had a look and a feel that maybe it was something okay. And the last one was in this little Dillard's box. And we know it, I know it's not what was, it didn't come in this box because it says sterling silver post on the back, so, and that's irrelevant. So, oops, and it's broken, so, anyway, not important. We'll get that out of the way. This one is very interesting. This is a gold chain with a, it's attached to a pendant, which has a clear stone. And the back of the pendant, as well as the tag up here, is marked 333. And no, okay, that's the only mark. I thought maybe there was another mark, but it's marked 333. And in my research, I found that the 333 in Germany is equivalent to 8-karat gold. So not something that would even warrant a stamp in the United States. I think it has to be at least 10-karat gold to be marked. But, and I don't know if any of my chemicals, if my test kit will even test for an 8 for a gold. So, but anyway, it's marked 333, which is 8 karat gold by German standards. If anyone knows any differently, please let me know, but that's what I've found out. So that is that, and I just thought it was cute, and it looked like it was made well, so I picked it up, and it was only $1. So for $3, I think I did pretty good. And that's it. I have a couple of watches that I got out of jars that I did some repairs on, and I'll be making a video on that. Hopefully you will enjoy it. But between now and next week, I hope we'll get a jewelry jar, and I'll be putting that out as well. So thanks again, everyone, for watching, for subscribing, for commenting. I appreciate the comments that you all make. This, like I said before, this is a learning experience for me. So I take everything that you say, you know, not to heart, but I value the comments because I learn from them. I want to improve on these videos as I go along, and I appreciate you all saying, and you all have been very kind about, you know, you haven't criticized me, but you let me know I'm out of frame. So hopefully I've done a little bit better on this one, and we'll continue to do better. Like I say, I cannot see what you guys are seeing. You know, I see the back of my phone, and that's it. And I always think I'm doing good, and sometimes not so much. But anyway, I hope you all have a good and safe Memorial Day weekend, and I will see you on the next video. Till then, bye-bye.